Welcome everyone to another episode of Is It Shit? Slightly different episode today. We're going to be comparing a whole bunch of different Daws or digital audio workstations and seeing if they sound different. I saw a comment on social media recently from someone who was saying, "Oh no, I can't use Logic because it doesn't sound as good as Pro Tools," I think they were comparing it to. And then they went on to say that all Daws have their own sounds, and depending which one you use, completely affects the sound of your finished mix. So I thought, I smell something, and it smells a bit bullshitty. So I'm going to try it out with a bunch of null tests. So let's find out, is it? Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. What I've done is I've taken a mix and I bounced it out of Logic. I then took that same mix and I put it into Reaper and I bounced it out of Reaper. I then put that back into Logic with the one I bounced out of Logic, and I phase reversed one of them, and let's see, does it null, or is there differences in the code somehow that makes them sound different? Let's have a listen. Yeah, so that nulls completely, 100% null. Interesting. So Reaper and Logic, no difference, absolutely identical. Let's try Studio One. I use Studio One sometimes, I like it. Let's bounce out a track from Studio One, put it into Logic with the other one, and flip the phase, see if we can get a null there. Let's have a look. Yep, it's another 100% null. This is interesting. So Logic, Reaper, Studio One, all identical audio-wise. Now, the next one, I thought this will be different, because the amount of hip-hop producers I've heard going on about how FL Studio just sounds different, and they can't work in any other DAW because it just doesn't have the same amount of oomph, the same amount of kick in the bottom. So let's do FL Studio. Same track, bounced out of FL Studio. Dump it into Logic, phase reverse it. Let's see what happens. This one's got to work, right? This one's got to work. Let's try it. Yeah, it's not working, is it? It's all the same. Weird. Okay, the final one, the big one. I can't tell you the amount of Pro Tools users that tell me it just sounds different. It just sounds better. Well, it's apparently the professional's choice. I use Pro Tools sometimes. I have a copy. I don't use it much because I prefer Logic, but I've never thought they sounded different. But maybe they do. Maybe all this time I've been missing a trick. So, yep, let's do it all again. Let's bounce that track out of Pro Tools, put it into Logic, phase reverse it, Let's have a listen. Yep, another 100% null. What does all this mean? Well, it means the bleeding obvious. These are digital audio workstations, DAW, digital. It's a bunch of numbers. When you add numbers to other numbers on a mix bus or anywhere else within a digital audio workstation, there is no analog. There is no scope for it to be different. It's like taking two different calculators and doing the same sum. You will get the same answer. And this is just like taking 5 different calculators and expecting different results. It's always going to be the same. Of course they all sound the same. It's just ones and zeros, nothing else. So yeah, if you think you can hear something different, maybe you're working different because of the interface. The GUI is making you do things different. Therefore, you perceive it as sounding different. It doesn't. Now, I'm not saying that if you use the plugins that come with all these DAWs, the native ones, you won't get slightly different sounds. If there are things that do slightly different processes, then yeah, they're going to sound different. But the actual audio, the zeros and ones, it don't matter what you use, if it's digital, it's the same. Identical in every way. Yeah. There you go. It's not analog, people. Unless you're using any kind of non-linear plugin, it's just going to sound the same. Anyway, I hope that's cleared something up. It was certainly interesting to do it. It was a massive pain in the arse. I had to install a whole bunch of DAWs and then, you know, get them all working, blah, blah, blah. Oh, drove me a bit mad, to be honest. But anyway, it's cleared it up. They're all the same. Use whichever one you prefer, because that's the only difference, is the interface and how used to it you are. There you go. Problem solved. Right. If you could like the video, that would be very helpful. If you could subscribe to the channel, that helps even more. We've got two Instagram accounts. There's Studio Life 101 for the channel, and then there's Mixdown Mastering for my mastering business. There's the website where we've got the top 5 plugins, and there's a whole bunch of courses on mixing and mastering and all kinds of other stuff. And yeah, I will see you next time. Adios.